put some audio in the background, so I don't have to edit it in, which is always nice.
Yep.
Let's find it. Interview 2. Let's see. Oh, by the way, just beforehand, if there are any questions you want to pass on, just say it and we'll just skip over them.
Okay, sounds good.
Alright, so shall we start?
Sure. I haven't watched any of your previous interviews, by the way, so I have no idea what to expect from this. But I'm sure it'll be...
well, normally we just ask about 2v2 stuff, but alright. So my 2 previous interviews have been with new people, so there wasn't that much to interview.
Okay.
Then I did one with Adam, which
Mhm.
I still need to upload. But this time we decided to try to check a little bit more than 2v2, just a bit more general stuff, because I think everyone already kind of knows like what all the big 2v2 players did in 2v2, you know?
Right. Makes sense.
Alright, so let me just start everything real quick. Alright, so as my just as an introduction. Oh, by the way, I should explain this first. Normally we work by a system with, at the end of every interview, the one we interviewed can recommend someone we should interview, and then we move on to that person, and you know, then the cycle continues. Well, Adam chose you, but we didn't upload the Adam interview yet, so that's the reason why you're here, but people might not realize why. So,
well, you're gonna upload the Adam one, and then you're gonna upload this one, right? So I feel like it's gonna make sense in the end.
The thing is, Adam wasn't able to join the VC. So he typed everything out. So I put everything through a TTS, and so far I've been sitting here for 5 hours splicing all the audio for 10 minutes, and I'm still not done. And I'm not about to spend another 5 hours straight on splicing audio. That's
okay. So
somewhere on Wednesday, maybe. Somewhere on Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Or Thursday, or next week. We'll find that out soon enough.
Gotcha,
Either way,
gotcha.
just as an introduction, who are you? So like. How long are you playing Pokemon? From which tier did you come? Whatever.
Okay, yeah. So, I'm Potatochan. I started playing with 1v1, because do you guys know Elo Bandit? Does the 2v2 community know who that is?
I know who he is. I
know, yeah.
knew, I think, Elo Bandit before 2v2, but I never got into 1v1 myself, so...
He was just a big 1v1 YouTuber. I don't even know how his videos popped up my recommended, but I liked them. I was like, I could play this tier. I could do that. I played 1v1 for a bit, and then the 1v1 community has a fair bit of overlap with 2v2, so eventually some buddies were like, yo, join up 2v2, we'll pass you teams, and you can play. That was last Pool League, that was last year's Pool League?
Was it Pool League or SPL?
No, it was...
SPL.
SPL, yeah. Yeah, it's weird how that goes.
It was Pool League. It was Pool League, it was last year's Pool League. It was Radu and Zio had me join their team.
Sorry, which team?
Radu and Zio, Stable and Zio.
Oh, Stable and Zio.
They had me join their team, and I went 2-1, I think.
2-1. That's pretty nice.
I beat Mishimono. I was happy with that.
That's always like Mishimono. Definitely isn't the greatest 2v2 player, but he's a consistent, good 2v2 player.
He was considered to be pretty good at the time. I remember. I think they told me he was like very rated.
This was Gen 8.
This was Gen 8 last year. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I beat like Virgie. I don't know how good they are, but. Yeah. And then I think I had to rematch versus Mishimono in playoffs, and then I lost that game sadly. I missed 2 Meteor Mashes with my Metagross versus Hittogekiss.
That's always unfortunate.
Yeah, it was a tragic series.
Yeah, that's just what it is with Pokemon sometimes, you know? Sometimes you just gotta accept it for what it is.
And then I played a little bit in OGPL, or not OGPL, sorry, what the OMPL, I mean.
Yeah.
I was bought to play it, but then our almost any ability slot started doing bad, so I just subbed in there because we also had Papi Loco. I don't even know why I was playing. We had Papi Loco.
That's interesting, by the way, that you mentioned this, because when I asked Adam who should we interview next, he said you should ask Potatochan, because in OMPLX he did not only great in 2v2, but he switched tiers mid tournament, and he also did great at that, so he excelled at 2 tiers. You really need to interview that guy. So I was like, damn, well.
I think I played Adam week 1. I remember I 3-0'd Adam week 1 because I prepared a whole bunch of texts before the tour, and all 3 of them hit.
Yeah.
I was just spamming a bunch of like Sableye and Whimsicott. It was pranksters.
Oh, back when Whimsicott was still around.
Yeah, it was super early. Whimsicott was allowed, and then Whimsicott got banned mid-tour. So then there was Cottony, and then did Cottony also get banned during that tour? I think it did.
I don't know if it was during that tour, but like Wait, so it was first Tornadoes that got banned, then Whimsical, then Cottony, and then Talonflame stayed. That's all I remember.
Yeah. But
Cotton's,
I think I think Rodney got banned at the
after.
very end of the tour. So we went through the whole evolutionary line mid-tour. I'm pretty sure that's how it went.
Tailwind is such a funny thing in Gen 8.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I played some other tour. What was the last team tour before Pool League?
Was that
It was the
the
PL
Forbidden
last
Tour?
year.
Yeah. I played in PL, and I think I might have gone undefeated, or I think I maybe lost one game. I don't remember. I had a really good record though. I remember.
Yeah,
What team are you on?
was that
that one?
SPL?
Yeah.
SPL. What does SPL stand for?
Yeah.
'Cause when you say
Smogon
SPL,
Premier League.
The
Smogon
Premier League. Yeah.
That's
No.
Not Smogon Premier League, but just the 2v2 Premier League.
it's the one where
Not the big one.
What is the S for?
Smogon.
Smogon.
It's
Oh.
the or
This
maybe,
one wasn't
maybe
Smogon.
this
This one was just called 2v2.
Yeah.
Call it 2v2 PL. Yeah.
Okay. By the way,
Yeah,
if maybe this might freshen up your mind, but this is the tour from hell that Spacito and I managed, and everything went wrong. Maybe that brings a bit more to
No,
mind.
I know. I do remember the tour.
Well,
I
IBM
remember. I
canceled.
think.
More than that.
I don't remember who my managers were. I don't really remember my teammates. Honestly, I just played my games. I genuinely don't remember.
Honestly, that might be the most enjoyable way to play tours in Pokemon.
Sure. All I remember is that like we needed to clutch up to make playoffs. So
And you did.
for a chance for tiebreak, and I like passed Earth Gurgle some teams, and he clutched up. That's all I remember.
Oh, that
And then we
wasn't
lost
definitely
the
our
tiebreak.
tour then.
And then I think like my teammates lost the tiebreak before I got to play. Oh no, I think I lost in tiebreak. I suck. I lost in tiebreak. That was I let my team down. I went 5-0 in weeks and I lost in tiebreak. I remember now. Yep, the memories are coming back.
All the traumas are flashing before your eyes.
Exactly.
Like all the
And
hacks
then
that
I
happened.
and then I played this Pool League and I went 0-3. Pretty epic. I hate SV.
Well, it's quite funny. I have this whole question list in front of me, right? And I think, like, I'm looking at the question list, I think you already answered some questions, so I'll go over those real quick. So, the main things done in 2v2, you could say, are... man, you mentioned so many tours. So, just a quick recap. You did OMPL X, if I'm not wrong, right?
What was that, sorry?
OMPL X, you played that one, right? OMPL?
Yeah, the last one, yeah.
OMPL, I think that was X. What was more... Sorry, what did you do again? You played, of course, this Pool League.
I played both Pool Leagues, and I played last PL.
And last PL. That's a pretty good tournament resume, I suppose you could say. That's pretty solid. So, the other thing I wanted to ask is... how do you feel about... Gen 9 so far, but I think you kind of answered that one.
Oh my god. I don't even know what to say, because it's like, I wanted to say it was fish, but my first thought when I first played it was I wanted to say it felt very matchup fish, but then I was like, no, hang on, I only played a few games, I brought bad teams, you know? Maybe I just got it, so I just stole all of my opponent's teams. For my, I lost to this, like, TO guy or something, TYO, and then I was like, okay, I'm just going to use all his teams against my other opponent. And then I still lost and still got fished. So, yeah, I don't know.
Sir, wait, hello? Well, Despacito, can you hear me? This might just be me. This is definitely me. Oh no. Alright, well, we'll be right back. I hope. I'm on my phone real quick, just telling you I have a bit of a connection problem. I'll be right back when I fix this. Okay. Alright, see you soon. Hello? Ah, I'm back. Alright, we all figured it out in the end.
Alright.
That was faster than I expected. Okay.
Yeah, alright, so sorry. For me, it stopped at, you felt it was very matchup fishing, and then you stole all your opponent's teams, and then, then you still felt like a bit of a matchup fish.
Right, yeah. So I was just gonna, as an example, I had this like, my opponent loaded, I think it was Woshin, Arcanine, Tinglu, and Garganacl, where they would just bring one of the bulky guys and then Garganacl, and like I couldn't really defeat that.
Yeah, that's not
twice in a
fun,
row.
isn't it?
So then, and then I finally loaded some like Encore Mousehold team that was able to Encore the guys.
no.
I finally beat them. Anyways, I was able to finally defeat that team, but that team was hell when I tried to play them. And then I just stole that team's load against my opponent. But then my opponent just like loaded Rain into it, and it did not defeat like Rain.
It was unfortunate all around. I suppose you could say that is the pure essence of 2v2. Just matchup fishing each other.
Yeah, maybe it's just 2v2. I don't know. It just SS felt way easier to me. Like for me, I would just like solve the meta game with SS instantly, barely trying, and it felt like I barely had to make plays.
I know
Like
what
I
you
would
mean.
I would just load a bunch of Blastoise Dragon Dance stuff.
And
or,
not
like,
only that, like Stole, like Registeel,
Yeah,
Celesteela,
oh,
you know, the
I
evil stuff.
That's so much.
Like,
Yeah.
I think I also won my, I don't know if you know, but I won the, when I first started playing, I just played 2 weeks and then I joined that ladder tour and then all the other sort of thing. I won purely because I just made everything bulky and I just sat there waiting till my opponent died.
That's the way. That's the way.
It's so lame, but it works so well.
Yep.
To a certain degree, I feel like SV isn't that much different. You just load up Arcanine and then one of the rune Pokemon. And then you just sit there forever.
So offensive. But then also, like, I don't know how to make an Arcanine team that defeats Iron Bundle. That was my other complaint. Is like, I didn't know.
Oh really?
Every time I load into Arcanine, if they just bring Iron Bundle and some good guys,
You
it's kind of a problem.
well, this is my recommendation. You can bring. I think Tinglu oftentimes works pretty well actually. Sounds weird, ground beating water, but because of the ability and its insane bulk.
Yeah.
There are ways to get around it. And of course, Iron Hands fully destroys that. Like, it has nothing on the Iron Hands.
That's true. I mean, you can't click like the fake. Dude, I clicked fake out so many times.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I also needed to get used to that with the Encore. Yeah. That's
Encore is a cheap move.
It's a dirty move. It's one of the most funny moves too. But anyway, so I think we can. It's clear what you think of Gen 9. It isn't it.
Not a fan. Not for me. It's not for me.
And then I want to ask also your favorite 2v2 Gen, but I think we can also kind of guess that one, right?
That's SS. It's the one I've played the most. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really haven't touched the others. I've watched a little bit of SM and ORAS, but like I've never played anything other than SSSB.
Yeah. What do you think, by the way, of Gen 7 or Gen 6 from just what you saw from it? Would you want to dabble into it?
I've just watched the games. I don't know. I just watched a lot of Charizard Y clicking Heatwave. I don't know.
It's the Chi-Yu of Gen 6 and 7.
Yeah. If I was gonna build it, I was thinking like that some kind of like, I feel like Blastoise Charizard X was the first. I thought about trying to build some teams. I just remember I have like shower thoughts where I'll just like building 2v2 teams in my head, you know.
Yeah.
Exactly. I made a Blastoise Charizard X team. I remember because it reminded me of like in Sword Shield I didn't just run Stall. I really liked Blastoise Zygarde and Blastoise Kyurem Black. Those combos are really working. Because it's like if you run the Dragon Dance guys that can like live a hit, and like so you can just fake out someone DD and then you can follow me again and use all of Blastoise's health while it's still at full. For basically like 2 free turns on the Charizard or like the Kyurem Black or the Zygarde, it's kind of broken.
Yeah, especially on Zygarde, which I suppose Kyurem Black also has the option to D-dance up. I prefer Kyurem Black myself, but of course Zygarde having that spread move, which is just
I love Zygarde because I just run Life Orb on it. You can just like Helping Hand Life Orb 1,000 arrows as well and just demolish stuff.
Although in my experience, if you run something with Genesect and a Rillaboom, you are able to beat it though.
Yeah, that definitely loses.
But of course, that's like a counter team, which I'm mentioning, so that isn't really
exactly. Yeah.
So, what would you also say is your favorite tournament in 2v2? Because we saw, or like we heard, you played quite a few.
My favorite I mean, they're kind of all the same. I don't know if
they are.
There's not much of a difference, you know. You just play one game a week. Like, I guess the pool league format is different, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know much to say on that. It's kind of all just the same.
Yeah, how do you feel about the pool league format and instead of the like normal one game a week against one opponent? How do you feel about pool league?
It's like when you play pool league and it's 2 weeks and you have 2 opponents, you kind of just play one each week, or like it's not like the amount of time you have to prep and everything is still the exact same. So I don't think it makes much of a difference. So like I thought about saying something about that, but I realized it's really still just the same, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose. Maybe in scouting it's a bit different, but in the
That's
end,
true. You can't like scout your opponent's past games. That's definitely true.
Yeah,
Like I had nothing to scout for this tour. That's definitely true. I think I was the first person. Oh no. When the guy that I played, the guy I played first, he'd already beat his other opponent, but he didn't post the replays until he beat both of us.
That's quite smart. That's quite smart,
Yeah,
actually.
There's definitely strategy there. I didn't scout though. I was lazy. I didn't actually watch the games.
Yeah. All right, so that's. But how would you say this tournament ranks amongst the other tournaments? Is it like a top tier tournament for you, or like a kind of a shitty one?
Oh, compared to like other tiers?
Oh no,
Or-
tournaments you played in 2v2. This one, where does it
just
rank
2v2,
amongst
okay.
them?
I mean, I think I like the other tournaments more, like OMPL and 2v2 Premier League, just because I actually get to play more games. Like if your team loses and doesn't qualify in this tour, you get to play 2 games and that's it.
Yeah, that sucks, doesn't it?
Especially when you lose both games, there's a very like sour feeling in your mouth, like damn, I could have played more, I could have got better.
Yeah, you want that redemption arc.
Everything within 3 weeks, I lost my games, didn't have much time to learn, and I was out of the tour. You know.
Yeah, and to me, it always feels sour that you can't prove yourself again. Like you can't do the redemption arc. You're just sitting there like, damn, I really went 0-3 or whatever. We've all been there. Like everyone who plays enough tournaments will know this feeling, and it oftentimes kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what do you prefer? Just your team losing quite soon, or your team keep winning but you're still benched? Do you have a preference for one of the two?
Well, if I'm benched, I may as well just not be on the team. Like, I don't really care about like. I don't want to say I don't care about playing for the team, but I certainly don't care about benching for the team. You know.
It's
like,
just you play your games.
If I'm on the bench, it's really just not my team. I don't really care if my team wins if I'm sitting on the bench the whole time. You know.
Yeah, there's no like strong bondage with it.
Exactly.
Besides from the playing for them.
Oh, dude! Speaking of OMPL earlier, I went. I think I was like 5-1 in weeks, and then they benched me at semifinals.
That's very.
I had the best record on my team, and they benched me in semifinals, dude. I was so mad.
Wait, did you guys win semifinals? Though?
We won the tour, anyways. We still won the tour. They still won.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose maybe it was someone that they wanted like everyone to play or something like that.
I was so no, dude. It was the play. You know how I mentioned that our AA slot was like not doing well, so they subbed me in almost inability. They put that guy back in for semifinals after I went 2-0 in his slot, dude.
I will say though, like Despacito and I might not be the people to talk because our team did pretty horrible. But every time I see like a lot of tournaments or like when I go into like team discords, the manager choices on slotting always surprise me. There are always things like, are you sure about this? Is this really the optimal way to use your players?
Maybe they know something you don't. Who knows?
I assume because they oftentimes get further than I do. So
yeah, but my team won in semifinals. Maybe they had the right play.
I suppose. Did he win though?
We won the whole tour.
Yeah, but did he win in your slot? Did he clutch it up?
No, he lost.
Well, all right. Well, that's a good lesson to be learned, I suppose. All right, so let's see. I kind of changed up my question list. Yeah, here. This is where I left off. So, who would you say are your like best opponents or the most toughest, whatever you want to call your best opponents? Or your favorite opponents, maybe?
So the only guy who beat me in OMPL was Chris Numbers. I have respect for that guy for sure. He brought some techs.
I think Chris is maybe the most respected 2v2 player all around.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I believe that.
At least he is. I think I might respect him in like he's a top 4 respected player in my eyes. To me.
Top 4? Who are your top 4?
Number 1, of course, Despacito. You know, brother in arms.
Of course.
I really like Adam. I think Adam is such a nice. You can't dislike Adam. Adam is always so respectable, so nice, still a good performer, and always has some really unique techs. He always brings something cool. You'll never get disappointed with him.
Adam. There's like a list of players that I can just never lose to. I think, and like Adam is unfortunately one of those. I don't know what it is. I don't think they're bad. Like they'll beat other people.
Yeah, it's just sometimes the play style matchup.
Yeah. And
sometimes it is what it is, but Adam, no matter if he wins or loses, always has like entertaining games to watch. I never get disappointed by watching them.
Yeah.
He always has fun stuff to bring. I like to watch him, and he's just so respectable. And he really won me over when he had like this whole message typed out. Something about like I talked to my family, which I didn't see in a long time. And then I realized Pokemon doesn't matter, but family does, even if you don't like them that much. Because I still won. I didn't prepare. I hexed the shit out of everyone. I didn't deserve to win, but I still did it. So people, don't forget, Pokemon doesn't mean shit in the end. And like, it was such a genuine, heartfelt message about what matters in life. And I thought, you know what, Adam is such a great player. I like that guy.
That's my goal right there.
Yeah. And then, like, who would I say? I do really respect Chris. I think Chris might be my one of the other like, big guys. And then, who do I really like? I don't know Grandmaster too well. The Leatherdon, I think we all know him. Like, every room tour.
I don't know him.
Well, he plays every room tour, and he played one 2v2PL.
Mm-hmm.
He just tries. Like, you can just communicate. Like, we were in a really tough spot in 2v2 with our team because IBM started ghosting us from the point where we couldn't replace him anymore. Like, he didn't want to be on the team. It is unfortunate what happened. And I don't know, maybe you caught wind of that when that shit went down.
I did hear about that.
That was quite a storm. Oh, well, in short, IBM didn't want to play for us. And we kinda knew it, but we needed a black and white player, so we paid 50.5k for him. Or some like ridiculous amount.
God damn,
and he's a good black and white player, don't get me wrong, I won't deny that. But then he started ghosting us as soon as we couldn't change the other players. Grandmaster never played. Yeah, Grandmaster never played black and white, but he said, you know what, I'll fill in for you if you practice with me. And that's something I can respect, that you still are willing to sacrifice like a lot of your time for it. Yeah. Even though you probably lose.
But if my managers were like real, I can't imagine just like refusing to play for people. Like if they were like real assholes, like they really just like maybe stuck me in a tier I absolutely did not want to play, or just like I can't even think. I really can't think of what you'd have to do for me to just not play for you. Like, I don't know. You know, I don't really like you that much as a person. Like, I'm still just gonna play for my manager because they did spend money on me. Like, I want to make sure it's a fair deal. You know, like every manager should have equal opportunity in terms of the players they can buy. I can't get behind that at all, dude. That's so lame.
I fully agree with you, but maybe like IBM, maybe we said something wrong to him and we didn't realize that. I don't know.
And like, okay, I don't know. Like, you don't have to join the team for it. I don't get it.
Yeah, I also don't know, but that's business. Like, it's water under the bridge. You know? I don't feel there's any reason to beef over it or whatever. There really isn't in it. But I will say though, the times I played Chris, it's always toe to toe. I played him 2 or 3 times, and every time I just barely clutched it out on game 5 with some like insane bullshit that every time went down on both sides. It never is like. I'm always sweating my balls off every time I'm sitting there. I'm like, please let me just get the matchup game 5 because I don't want to lose. And then somehow I always like figure out the matchup fish. But no, he always brings like very cool teams. Always innovates the meta. Very respectable player in the communication student to schedule with. That's something I find important. People who don't go shoot to like the last day and then say, well, I can't play anymore. Oh, I'm gonna call act on you. Like, you know those people. Like,
I think I'm pretty bad to schedule with, honestly.
Oh no.
That's me right there.
Oh, yeah. I think we played each other, by the way, once.
Do we?
I don't know. Yeah, no, that was like, I was sitting there with, what was it called? Yeah, our team. It was the last week we needed to play before it went to playoffs, but we already lost. Like, from the 6 people who played, or whatever it was, we lost 4 games. So it was already a thrown away thing, right?
Was this Premier League?
This was Premier League, yeah.
Okay.
And then I said, well, you know what? Yeah. And I said, yeah, you know, fuck it, I don't care. So I brought like a Klefki style team, which felt horrible. I brought some weird teams. I was just sitting there like, this is lost already, damn. I was pretty sour at the time, I won't lie. Because I was like,
I brought the did I just remember it in Premier League? I remember now. I brought like the same teams like every week.
I don't know, because I think I didn't scout that match, but I do know that we both pulled up at one time with Reggie Steele Stahl. And that one went we went to game 5, and every time we both faced with the weirdest bullshit against each other. Every time it was Stahl, we never played a normal game. It always went to like turn 24 on like a burn Stahl. It was horrible.
Oh, I remember I did lose. I lost a game in weeks. I remember now because I played Adam and I hadn't like built it all, so I brought. Oh, I did lose to Adam, dude.
Oh, you're lying, poor Adam, poor Adam.
I brought the same team for all 5 games. And he lucked me. He had to luck me. He had to luck me.
Yeah. Of course.
Team, all 5 games. How do you have to luck me when I bring the same team all 5 games?
Maybe that's when he made that post saying it's good to talk to your family because I hex everyone anyways. But no, I love Adam either way. There's no doubt about that.
I'm messing with the beef, but dude, every time I play Adam, we always like talking DMs after.
Yeah, same.
Mm-hmm.
I think we also had a whole conversation in DMs with Star from another time. Either way, so what would you say? Like, you, to my knowledge, you aren't too active in the 2v2 community, but you do play the tournaments.
I just kind of show up for tournaments. I'll talk with the team. And that's about it.
Yeah, so I want to ask, like, or how do you feel about the 2v2 community? How would you describe it compared to maybe other communities, or how did you feel you were welcomed? Whatever.
There's like, I feel like there's a whole subsection of the community that I don't talk to at all. Like, just that whole like Morgan section. Like, I don't know. I every time I look at their teams, I just like C-team them and stuff. But I've never like talked to any of those players.
I really like how you call it the Morgan subsection, because it truly is. It truly is.
That's how I see it.
No, I think you're right, but I'm also not part of that, so maybe it's just the outsider's perspective.
Yeah, I know jack shit about it, except for the fact that I have an anti-Morgan folder on my in my builder.
Just the counter team.
Yeah, it's just the counter teams. Yeah.
I don't know. I played Morgan twice, which both didn't net me any good will. All right, well, that's besides that, I suppose. It's always nice to talk about. Like, the worst part is they might just watch this, and they might just like me for more. It's all fine. As if we even interact with them, so it doesn't really matter. So,
exactly.
Then I had 2 more questions related to the 2v2 part of this. Despacito, you had some 1v1 questions, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Should we get into that?
Well, okay. I had 2 more questions, which I suppose also go for 1v1. This goes for every tier. So, when you start building, right, are there any like building philosophies, ideas, whatever you want to call philosophies? Might be a big word for the team builder on PS, but are there any like things? How do you look like when you open the team builder? What do you think? Like when you want to build?
Okay, so typically when I'm team building, I'm looking for just a combo of 2 Pokemon that kind of looks to just defeat everything.
Just a bit of a core building. You find the core.
Yeah,
I
just build the core. I just start with 2 Mons, and then once I just try to find a core that seems to just beat most of the meta. Like, pretty much anything opponents should bring, any combo, it has a good strategy or way around it. And I always think about the different sequences. Like, I'll be looking at opponents' replays and like, okay, what if they bring these 2? What sequence would I do to beat that? So I always kind of have the sequences planned out for most matchups before the game even starts. Especially when there's like maybe a core that a player like really likes to bring. I'll always be prepared for that. And then once I have my core of 2 Pokemon, one of my biggest ones that I liked was Incineroar plus Porygon too.
Oh, that sounds so nasty. That sounds so incredible and fun to face.
It's so broken. I swear it beats like literally any combo. It just defeats it with some sequence. Because I was running Protect Incineroar so that you can like fake out and protect and like make sure Porygon gets the Trick Room up. It was very, very powerful.
I remember that because I played versus that. Yeah, I played versus you. The funny thing is, that's one of, like, you won 3-2 of me, but the Porygon team was the team I was consistently able to beat, I think.
Yeah, I think I brought it in TL and it had a bad matchup. I was surprised.
I will be honest though, I was carrying, like, major bullshit. I had, like, some unholy shit, like, with sword stance to set up on stuff.
A Mew. I think it was some setup Mew I lost to, I think, or some setup thing.
What you say, it sounds very strong, but of course, like, Porygon has a big weakness to taunt and knockoff.
That's definitely true. I mean,
it's not relevant.
I was running offensive though. I was running like max special attack download.
I always think you should run that. That's so strong because you get like 500 plus special attack if you get it right.
Exactly, dude.
It's crazy, so broken. For people who still building Gen 8, first of all, you're a true trooper, but also check out Porygon 2. That shit is so funny. So not fun.
I beat Life Orb Incineroar. It was Life Orb Incineroar because the idea was you could just get the OHKOs with Flare Blitz on most offensive mods.
Incineroar. Now that's interesting.
I only run on the Porygon team. Like most of the time when I run Incineroar, it's obviously defensive. Like it's defensive with a berry or something. But on that Porygon combo, I found that with Life Orb, it was a really powerful offensive threat. With it plus Porygon.
So wait, did you also build quite a bit with Genesect, or doesn't that really fit your playstyle?
I don't build I never built a team with Genesect.
Okay, then I'll leave this question for what it is.
I always felt awkward building with that mod. Anyways, so I kind of got sidetracked. My point is, I usually come up with like a really strong core that I think beats a lot, and then I start to think about like, okay, can either one of these Pokemon pair with something else well, or do I just want to add a separate core to it?
Yeah.
I usually do one of the two. Like I'll either find other mons that maybe like there's another mon that pairs well with the Tricoon Porygon, maybe another mon that likes the Incineroar company, like something like that, and I'll just prepare other ones I can add. Or I'll just try to build my own core. And ideally, if the second core that I add has some combo, where like maybe it's like I have Porygon and Incineroar, and then I have like Blastoise and Kyurem Black, but then maybe like Incineroar and Kyurem Black pair well, and that's nice. That's kind of the way I go about my team building.
Alright, so you just to recap real quick, you just find a core that you really like that has a good matchup against the most common stuff you find in the tier. And then you build around it to go for any holes or any weaknesses the core might have.
Yeah, I usually either just slap on a second core that seems to cover most weaknesses, or I just try to see if there's any like specific mons that have like good synergy, and then usually I struggle for a while to find a fourth if I find like a good third. And then I'll usually just like sometimes I'll like find a really good third mon that works for the team that can pair well with one of the other guys from the original like core, and then I have no idea what to add for the fourth. So half the time I just scrap that third one and just add a second core on after all. That's where it gets tough. Yeah. But I'm very much core focused when building.
Yeah, I think that's also one of the most consistent ways to build in 2v2.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, so then the last question I had, which is related to 2v2, after that I'll carry the 1v1 bit over to Despacito. How do you prepare for your tournaments? Like, if you have a tournament game, and this is assuming you the ones you prepare for, and now everyone who plays tournaments, there are some games you don't prepare for, you just let them
absolutely slip. Like I didn't build anything for SV like for this recent tour, but I before that I was always prepping for my games. I really like building 2v2. It's one of my favorite tiers to build. I find it's like more than 1v1 for sure.
It's super creative, or at least there are a lot of chances to be super creative.
Yeah, no, I agree with that completely. Like I've loved building SS for all of last year. It was a lot of fun. Anyways, I usually just load up my opponent's replays. I just find as many as I can and just try to look for patterns. I don't normally put them into a scouter, by the way. This is something weird I do. I just open them up, so I just have like 16 tabs open of all my opponent's replays. And I'll just switch between them a bunch, and then I've got a pretty good like visual memory. So at a certain point of watching the replays, I just remember the teams, then I close them all, and I can kind of just start building, like prepping for their stuff from there.
You get a feel for it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not even just a memory, but you just kind of get a feel for what kind of stuff they might bring. So that's usually just how I go with my scouting. I start with all the replays open and start closing them off once I remember them well enough, and then I'll just put together the cores like I talked about, the stuff that beats what I expect from them.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. We had Mubs on our team, and he has like his own replay scouter thing, where you just feed it replays and then you get like statistics out of it. And I do exactly what you do. I just open like there are like 30 tabs open on my PC, and I'm just
exactly.
For, like,
I just like open
20 minutes and then I close them. And I thought, you know what, I'll give what he does a shot. I really can't do anything with those statistics. So I just go back to like Smoke on page and the replay scouter thing.
Like, I need to know the sets half the time. Like I'm looking at this team, I'm like, okay, it's cool. Like I know they have these Pokemon, but like I need to know what set their Kyurem Black is, whatever. Like I need to know what kind of stuff to expect from them. You know, like are they crazy bringing like Haban and Choppler, or are they just bringing like Power or Life Orb, that sort of thing? You know?
Yeah, but also their playstyle. Some people really like protect a lot, but some people protect never. Which like, it's good to have a feel for them how they like to play around with protect, fake out.
I put protect in everything. Personally, I'm a protector all the way, dude. Every single one of my Pokemon have protect.
Oh, we're quite the opposite.
Well, because dude, it's so broken. There's so many ways.
It is so good, but I'm just addicted to the power and speed of the choice items. I had a taste of it and I can't go back. It's also strong and fast. Oh, it's beautiful.
I don't think I've run like a single choice item. That's crazy.
I'm really addicted to the choice items.
No, I will put 4 protect Life Orb Pokemon on a team.
That's also like very fine. Like. Right, so those were basically my questions related to 2v2. I have more questions like about other stuff than 2v2 and 1v1, but of course we still have this 1v1 section to go, so I don't know, Despacito, you had some questions, right?
Yeah, so the first question was like, how did you get started in 1v1? I know you kind of answered that earlier, but we can like maybe go a little more into that.
Okay. So like I said, I watched Elo Bandit stuff, and I was just like, yeah, I could do this. So I got started. This is back in Gen 7. So this is when I like first started playing on Showdown. I was just playing Gen 7 1v1. I was just laddering a whole bunch, and then I joined the 1v1 Discord after a bit. And I don't know, have you guys heard of the name Potatochan before this at all?
Well, that's something we will move on to towards. I know now where it is from, but. No, not before.
I used to make some stuff in Mario Maker.
Yeah. We'll go to that later. I have this.
Okay. Well, all I'm going to say about that then is basically someone recognized me. There was a good builder at the time, Synonymous. I think that was their name. I think they went by EA as well, maybe. That was their Discord. Anyways, they passed me a whole bunch of teams. They just passed me a whole bunch of competitive teams, and I was like a complete like just ladder kid. They just passed me a whole bunch of like Dragonite, like Charizard X stuff. So I was like farming the ladder with those. And then SS came around. I joined at like the very tail end of Gen 7.
Mm-hmm.
So I just started playing Sword Shield, and I peaked the ladder when Dynamax was legal. It was me and my boy my girl Smelly Socks were laddering. We would just exchange second and first place all the time, and we were the only people who were like labbing Dynamax meta. No one else wanted to play that shit.
Mm-hmm.
We realized like Excadrill was the most broken thing of all time with Max Rockfall, Protect for more Sand Chip, and you could just stall out the Dynamax turns and kill everything with like a non-Dynamax Life Orb Earthquake. It was crazy. And
how long was Max legal in there?
I want to say like a month. Maybe that might be too long. Probably like 2 weeks. Crazy. Yeah, probably half that. It wasn't that long. It felt long because I was playing it a lot. I don't think it was actually that long.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then I never got close to that amount of success afterwards. I think I was only able to farm it because no one else cared. Or at least like I mean right after. I like at that point I was stuck in like 1400s. Like I was still just a ladder kid. And then someone recommended that I join Premier League, so I signed up for the 1v1 PL. And then I did not get bought. I was very sad. And then there was Blunder got Tor banned for ghosting. He played his first tournament game in a call.
Wait, which Blunder are we the Blunder or?
Yeah, he got bought in 1v1 PL, and he got Tor banned for like playing his game in call.
I didn't even know this.
He uploaded it to YouTube. Him playing his tournament game in call.
Wait, so he just fucking framed himself?
Yeah.
Wait, like I'll admit I'm quite a big Blunder fan. I might just know the video you're talking about.
It was like a live stream. It was like this is like ages ago by the way. This is like 2 years ago.
It is so innocent though. Like uploading your own incrimination.
In the call the entire time he's going like, no, you can't tell me what to do. That's ghosting. Like he was aware of it. He was like, no, don't.
Oh, this guy's a rep snitch. Oh no.
So yeah. Anyways, I got bought as his replacement.
Oh, you are the Blunder replacement?
I was the Blunder replacement.
Oh, that's such a fun fact.
I did pretty good. I went 3-3 that tour because I didn't play week 1.
Oh, I love this story. This is an absolutely great story. This is so good. Oh man. Wait, that's Pseudo. Like you also watch Blunder quite a bit, right?
I watch Blunder.
Yeah.
Did you know this story?
I had no idea.
No, same. I do remember someone like, I don't know, must have been CBB or something saying, well, if I were you, I would do this. Like, no. Man.
He lost the game, by the way. He lost the game.
Man, he got ghosted and lost?
Yeah, he got
no, that's rough. That's rough.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think it's bad getting ghosted in a game that you lost.
Damn. At least you can blame the ghoster at that point.
True.
Yeah. Not your own fault.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
That was my origin. And then from there, I just got a bit better, kept playing in team tours, not too much to say. I had some success last year. I won a ladder tour. I won the ladder tour 2 years ago, and then I won last year's Global Cup as well.
This is all in 1v1, right?
Yeah, in 1v1, yeah.
Global Cup, wait, could you explain to me real quick what's Global Cup? Because it sounds familiar, but I have no clue what it is.
It's an individual tour. It's a really cool format. Basically, you play 2 games each week, and if you go 2-0, then you move on to the next round, right?
Yeah.
But if you go 0-2, you're out of the tournament.
Yep.
Done. But if you go 1-1, then there's a little intermediate round the next week where only the 1-1 people play, and if you have to win that to make it to the next round with the 2-2 people.
Okay, but let's say you get like 1-1 again. Are you out then again if you go 1-1 the next week?
Oh, sorry. No, sorry, I misunderstood. Sorry. So the 1-1 round, you play 1 game. You just play your 1 game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You just have to. So for example, let's say first round, I go 2-0. The next week is the 1-1 run, so I don't have to play, and then I'll play 2 more people the next round. But if I go 1-1 on the first week, the next week I have to play one other opponent who also went 1-1, and I have to beat them to make it to the next week.
Yeah, but let's say you're into the next week. Can you still go 1-1, or like is it a
yeah? If you go 1-1, it just resets. So
okay.
If you go 1-1 again, you play. Yeah.
That sounds pretty fun, actually. I think 2v2 should do that.
It was cool. I lost.
Yeah,
I only went into the 1-1 round twice. One of those was in like finals or semifinals though, where it was kind of weird. But in like the main tour, I only went to the 1-1 week once. I won a lot of my games.
Well,
I played the same 3. There were 3 people that I played 3 times in that tour. Also,
damn.
It's because of how often like you get repeat matchup. I was like one of the only people who got repeat matchups though. Like it didn't happen to everyone. It was just for some reason I had to play Stable 3 times, and then I played Nick 3 times, and then for finals I was up against Trashany, and I beat him. What was it? I think I played him 4 times. I played Trashany 4 times.
Damn, 4 times. Damn.
Yeah. So I lost to him once. He put me into the 1-1 round, and then I had to then play him 3 times for finals. Because the way it's still in Global Cup for finals. So it's like, I mean, it's basically like you play 3 best of 5s against the person in finals.
Yeah. Wait, so did you also win that tour?
I won the tournament, yeah.
Wait, so did you beat Treasure like 3 times? Like you went 3-0?
I beat him twice. He beat me twice. Because he beat me before, and then he beat me in our first round of the 3 games we had to play for finals, and then I beat him for the last 2.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Adam told me, by the way, I'm now adding something on to the 1v1 questions. Adam said to me, many would consider him one of, if not the best 1v1 player.
I think last year
Gen 8. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think last year I was probably considered to be the best player, but then I've just had like the worst team tournament record of all time for some reason.
Oh, that kind of really dented the reputation.
I farmed ladder tour. By the way, the ladder tour that I won, I dropped 1 game total.
That's pretty clean.
Oh, maybe it was 2. I think like 2 games out of the best of 5s though. Like that, I think I lost 1 at the beginning, and then I dropped 1 in finals.
That's very clean.
And then I think Global Cup was very similar. My first few rounds were all just like 3-0s as well, in addition to not dropping to the 1-1. So like it's like my individual performance is super dominant. And then in team tours, I went 2-5 last PL.
Yeah.
And then in World Cup, I went 1-2, and in the World Cup before that, I think I went 2-1. I think I did fine because that was like the year I was still doing good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know what happened. This year was terrible. The 2-5 in PL was crazy.
At least you can blame that on teammates.
Yeah,
no,
that's nice.
dude, I can't. No, I just I could play my games. I just kept losing. I didn't know what to say.
Hey, then it was their fault for not supporting you enough. There's always an excuse in There's always an excuse in Pokemon.
Dude, I was a manager. I can't even complain. I managed my team. I love my players.
In that case, you just got hexed every time.
I didn't, dude.
No, you can always make something up. There was always like a useless crit or like a miss that didn't matter. Bad matchup. You got matchup fished plus people ghosted against you.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Yeah, right. We fixed it.
Cheated.
We fixed it.
Yeah.
It wasn't my fault. The voices in my head ghosted me into losing.
Oh, okay. Happens. It happens.
Classic.
It's crazy. Alright, so
yeah.
I think that's basically the 1v1 section, right? I don't know if we had any more on 1v1.
Yeah, the only other one was like how you got in, like, because the standard pipeline is like 1v1 players go to 2v2, but I think you already touched on that.
Yeah, that was very much the standard pipeline. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Like, I think 95% of 2v2 players might just come from 1v1.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Wait,
you get a lot from as well. I think you get a lot of like just real doubles players though.
Yeah, I myself come from W double Ubers. Double Ubers is by the way such a correct like filter. It's the least real and the most real tier at the same time. it's you gotta fight off all the spore bullshit. Either way, no, all like the weird stuff. No, but I come from doubles, which I think I'm one of the only people who might come from doubles. I think most people.
I cannot play doubles. There is way too much to consider when I'm playing doubles. I never know what to be thinking
Well.
or how to play.
If you ever need a team, I got some good teams that.
Yeah, I don't think the teams will save me, dude. There's just so much to think about. I don't know how you're ever supposed to make a predict in that tier.
Well, I was
That's the
supposed to play
thing, you
enough.
don't. You just kind of click buttons.
No, that's not even true. No, both of you are lying. No, you can't predict. People are just oftentimes so ass that you're just a little bit better. You're just not as ass as them.
That's true. That's true. That's how it goes.
Alright, so we touched for a short time just on your YouTube channel that you did some Mario Maker stuff.
Oh yeah.
So what's the story about your YouTube channel? Because I had this whole joke in mind to say like you have 16k off a dry 6, but you know, I think you have 16k, right?
I have 16.7 at the moment. I think maybe 16.6. It keeps
shit.
going down.
Wait,
I don't.
You're
upload
dwindling.
anymore. I don't upload anymore. It used to be 18k. That was my peak.
I remember. I thought I would check your YouTube channel right before this, and I think this is like one of your. You have by the way a 1.8 million video. That's quite interesting.
Yeah. And that video sucks. Like if you listen, have you watched it?
I watched it.
You hear the difference in my voice?
Yeah, you can definitely hear it, but
It
it's
was
4 years ago.
That's like, what is it? Like 4 or 5 years ago is what the YouTube says the video is.
Yeah, 4 years.
Isn't that crazy?
It is.
The difference.
4 years ago. Like, so wait, how old are you now?
I'm 19 right now.
19. Damn, you were 15 back then.
I would have been 14 at the time because it's approaching 5
yeah,
years.
okay.
But still, dude, I show like IRLs that video. They're like, "That's you?" No, like they think I'm trolling them.
But like this was the part that confused me because you had in your thumbnails like full-grown adult males, like, and then I heard a bit of a voice that didn't match up with this. I was like, ooh.
Oh yeah, because I just put the streamers in the thumbnails.
Yeah,
instead.
but I didn't watch them enough before I made that like weird conclusion. Then I thought maybe I should just watch like 2 videos full.
I used to do Twitch streams with a face cam, so I think a lot of the Mario Maker people know what I look like.
Yeah. So we know now we can dox you, we can find your face, everything is accessible to us.
I don't think I have any of the VODs up anymore though.
No, okay. I think by the way you can also still dox me in the 2v2 Discord. There's like a picture of my face somewhere.
Ah, perfect. I'll get right on that.
Perfect. Yeah, you can make like for the whole 16.6k the big exposed video. So let's see. Well, your channel did quite successful with the Mario Maker stuff. Like I
made
see,
like a good 3K from it.
I see some like what's it called? Sorry, what did you say?
I made a good 3K from it.
I said money.
Yeah.
Damn, I thought I misheard that. You made 3k of that must have been of the 1.8 million and then like the other big, which is like 600k video.
That one got demonetized. The 600k one got demonetized
Really?
pretty instantly because there's copyrighted music in it. One of the streamers was playing some copyrighted song.
Oh fuck, that's
And
a
dude,
bummer.
and like the video had already got so many views at the time, like because that video blew up just insanely fast. Like that one blew up really, really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And so it had already got like 400,000 something views within the first like 2 weeks, and then it got demonetized around that time. So I didn't get the money from it. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I can't re-upload it now. But at the same time, I didn't know that like 15-second clip of a song was gonna get it demonetized.
Oh,
So
that
was
sucks.
Yeah. So
Just
all the
YouTube.
money basically comes from the 1.8 million one.
You made 3k from a 1.8 million video.
Nope.
That's because I can assume like the Smash Bros with 250 views really didn't net.
That's very negligible. Yeah.
I think that might not. I think that doesn't even turn a profit.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure if they even like put an ad on that, but like, yeah, you got like, I think that's quite interesting. If you look like at your channel, you have some like pretty like low views, and then you got like 1.8, 600k, 60k, 18k. Everything with Mario Maker blows up.
Dude, it's literally just me watching the video the streamer uploaded. I just stole his video and just giggled the whole time.
that
And
sounds
then
pretty
it
meta.
got like that's one point. It got like basically like what like several times the views. I think his original video got like maybe 400k.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah, he's one of the like DGR's a very big streamer in the community though. Like he still gets tons of views now. And like I talked to him afterwards. Like we joked about it and stuff. He makes jokes about like copyright claiming my video all the time, but like it's just a joke.
Yeah, because
he doesn't mind at all.
I don't. Well, I still have my 3DS with the game, but I really have no clue every time what's going on in Mario Maker Land. Never watched the video, but even I know the name DGR.
Yeah. Do you know Carl?
Yeah, the name. Like these are all names I know, but I never watched the video. But they just know the names.
I got you. Yeah, DGR still plays a bunch of my stuff too. I came back recently, like I think not that recent now. It was like quite a few months ago.
Yep.
But I finally made a level after disappearing for like 3 years.
And there's
So it was a big hype in the community. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, Potatochan came back and he made a new level."
That must feel pretty good.
Yeah, it did. I was worried the level was gonna be shit because like that would suck, right? It's like you make your epic comeback and the level just
And it's
sucks,
super bad, yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
so-
it went perfectly.
Mhm.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
But there's never the itch, because you said I made 3K of this one video. There's never the itch to just come back to just milk a little bit more views. Just
Well, I just don't know I don't know what kind of content to make. That's the thing.
Oh, I'm sure like you could make up some levels and then I'm sure it's possible.
I guess I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but
not an itch you have. It isn't interesting you.
It's not. There's no itch there. No. It's just like a sense of like I probably should be doing something with this, but it's not like an itch that I really want to. I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just checking real quick. Wait, you even have your own Discord? Ooh.
No, that link doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, I
deleted
tried it.
Okay, yeah, no, I tried.
So yeah, but there's never an itch that you, and this is like nothing to do with the money, but just you wanna make another video. It doesn't even have to be Mario Maker. There's no like, because you have like the 16.6k subs. Like it is maybe in the YouTube landscape it isn't much, but of course it still is much. There are still 16,000 people, which is fucking insane.
No, it's cool, but yeah, no, there's not a big itch to like, come back. No.
Like not even a small 2v2 video.
I'm not making. The big thing people talk to me a lot about, like, why don't you make like Pokemon videos? But like, it's like the community that subscribed, like, definitely just would not care about Pokemon at all.
No, I think you're right. It's all about the.
I wouldn't mind making Pokemon content. It's more like none of the content that I want to make is something I think they'd be interested in. Like, I don't want to make any Mario Maker stuff really. I don't have ideas for any kind of Mario videos. And that's all I think they'd want to see. Like, if I started doing some other game, I think I would just lose all the subscribers and people would just, like, I don't think I'd get many views for it.
Alright, so maybe a Potatochan 2 channel will ever arise.
I made a second channel once, just a small one, just to upload some commentaries. I uploaded analysis of certain 1v1 series.
Wait,
I think it was last year for 1v1 champs. The channel's super tiny. It had like 18 subscribers. Like, I just posted it in the 1v1 community.
No shame, brother. I'm also on 18 subscribers, and here you are giving me interviews. So it's all equal. True. Wait, so what's the? Can I know the channel name, or is this something you want to?
It's really just called Potatochan. Like, I don't think you can find it. It's.
Potato.
Let me see if I can find it. One sec.
Imagine you can't find your own.
No, like okay, I'm logged in. Hang on. I can pass you the link.
Would be pretty cool. I mean,
there you go.
Is it? I think I might have found. Oh no, this is Warrior Cat's map combination. So this is probably.
I literally uploaded like 3 of these. I recorded a lot more of these, but I didn't end up uploading them all. But I had some fun posting these.
Well, consider me subscribed.
Let's go. I hit 20.
Let's go. You know, there's 20 are gonna hit. The 3K is coming back.
Let's go. I refreshed it. Shows the 20.
Whew. Yeah, I'm subscribed though. Alright.
Yeah, you can see those are from a year ago. I just did that for a little bit. So
what would you say is that like how did it start, the Mario Maker videos you posted? So you just like to make them, then you saw streamers just play them and you thought, damn, I should
Okay, so I had the channel before I started playing Mario Maker. You might have noticed, like, there's all the Smash Bros stuff, right?
Yep.
I just wanted to make a YouTube channel. I didn't really know what I was gonna upload. It's just a bunch of videos of my old stuff. I know I deleted a bunch of old videos as well, but my first few videos were just me playing Smash Bros with my friends. My oldest video is a Mario Maker video.
Yeah, it's
the oldest
puzzle levels are always fun.
Yeah, it's just I did a few of those. That's the only one I kept up, but I did a few of those where basically I would just have friends make me a level and then I'd record playing it. So this is just one of my friends built me a puzzle level, but he totally messed up the puzzle level. It didn't even verify it was possible because it wasn't.
Oh no. I'm skipping through this video. This brings so many memories back because I have this older brother. We would like both at Super Mario, like the what's it called, Mario Maker. So we would make levels for each other. when we were on holiday, like in the car.
That's awesome.
You have a
And then I
brother?
did a bunch of intros. That's a bunch of other stuff. And then eventually, I'd stopped with Mario Maker. I hadn't touched Mario Maker since like whenever that video came out, like 2015 or whatever. That old puzzle level one. And then I'm actually surprised the difference between the puzzle levels video and the DGR video is only 1 year. YouTube says because I thought it was 3. I thought it was like 3 years. I don't know how this works. I'm pretty sure that's like wrong. But anyways. From what I remember, I hadn't touched the game for a while until I finally saw some like Carl videos of him playing some really cool troll levels. There was this one guy who I really liked the style of his troll levels. I was like, I could make that. So I tried, and the level really sucked. And then I made a second one that was kind of okay, and I sent it to DGR in viewer levels. You know, you can just submit your levels, wait a while, hope they get played. So I got him to play one of them, and he actually really, really likes the level. That's not the one that's in the video, though. It was a different one. It was worse, the one I sent him.
Like, everything, I mean, you could have milked so much more, man.
I definitely could have, but I don't know. I
in the end, it doesn't
ideas
matter.
to make. Yeah.
Of course. I think if you're gonna see it as like the big money cow or the cash cow, it really doesn't become that fun anymore.
Exactly. It was just unfortunate timing. That video blew up like right as I was losing motivation with YouTube because I was uploading so much more before that, and then it was like after I uploaded that video, I was like, okay, I'm probably done with YouTube, and then it blows up. Like, come on.
Wait, so did you private most of your videos, or?
Yeah, I have a whole bunch of stuff that's privated.
Yeah.
It's like I privated them just because they're bad. Like they're just like me playing Smash with my friends with like really bad microphone quality and stuff.
I think everyone has those videos. Everyone with a YouTube channel has like a more private videos probably than public videos.
Yep. Okay. Anyways, I'm almost done the story though. But basically, so the DGR he played the level in viewer levels. He was like, "Wow, this is really good." So I was like, I messaged him in the chat. I was like, "Okay, if I make like a level just for you, would you play it?" He was like, "Yeah, I'll do it for a video." So then I made him the Sorry Dave level for that 1.8 million view level view video. So and then that's after that. That was where I really got hooked. That was where I got hooked on Mario Maker at that point. I just didn't want to make videos of it anymore. So then I started making a whole bunch more. If you search like Carl Sagan 42 Potatochan, there's like 10 different videos that all have like a really high amount of views just from him playing my levels. And DGR has a few of them too. So I got super well known in those communities. But I didn't have much fun uploading the videos anymore. I didn't want to edit stuff together. I just kind of wanted to build levels.
Yeah, I feel you.
And I did it. I made that one video for where I made a troll level that just crashes your stream or it crashes your Wii U system if you play it. So that's what that one video is. So I made a video for that. But yeah, at that point I decided I was done with Mario Maker. And that was the last thing I made in Mario Maker. I stopped playing after that.
So that's like 3 years ago, 4 years ago?
Yeah, and then I finally came back recently. So it was a big hype. Like, oh, he came back after 3 years. Whoa.
So are you ever gonna upload again, you think? Or is this just going?
No, that was my last one. I'm definitely
this is all you're gonna get from the one and only Potatochan.
Yeah.
Besides maybe a 1-through commentary video.
Exactly.
Nice. So, like, you got hooked on Mario, because this is another question I had in the back. You got hooked on Mario Maker because of the content around it.
Yeah, I liked watching the streamers play my levels. That was what I really enjoyed. Like, I didn't even make the level for like the process of building it, nor did I really make it for like getting other people to play. Like, I didn't want like, oh, I want my level to be super popular, have a lot of people play it. I just really liked watching specifically Carl and DGR. I just loved their reactions to them playing the levels. That's why I kept making them. Because, I mean, you guys don't play the game much, so I don't know if you know this, but, like, my style was very much, like, troll levels. The goal is just to make it, like, a funny level that, like, tricks the player into dying in funny ways and makes them laugh, rather than just, like, an enjoyable platforming level. That was my style. So, and it was very much psychological, too. That's kind of why I like 1v1 as well. It was very... I actually viewed it as being very similar.
Mind games.
Yeah, exactly. There'd be the mind games of maybe there's some trap that they see and they're like, oh, I see that trap, I'm not gonna fall for that. So they stand somewhere else, but that trap the whole time was just fake, and then they died. They die only because they stood in the one spot that I baited them into standing in.
Yeah.
It would be a bunch of psychological tricks like that.
Yeah, because like, he made a lot of videos because I thought maybe I want to check DGR maybe if he's so active. So I go to my search book and I already have Potatochan in there. Like the first suggestion I got is Potatochan.
Exactly.
DGR.
Exactly.
Oh wait, is he still making videos? Damn, 6 hours ago. He definitely is.
Yeah, they're still making stuff. Yep.
Let's see. One of his most popular videos is like one of like as in somewhat down there, but is one I think of yours.
Hey, well,
Or like what is this?
Where are you looking? What's
I'm
it
just,
called?
I'm trying to find it again. Wait, where is it? It's I've never been trolled so hard in my life. It's decently popular.
I don't know it, but
Well,
maybe it's
and
not.
it has wait. I know it must be you because oh I
Well, I found
yeah,
one.
you
There's
changed to
one
Potatochan.
that-
It says in the thingy, the
Oh, okay,
description.
Yeah,
And then,
there's one that says this is one of the best trolls I've seen in my life. I scroll down and I found that, and that's also mine.
Yeah. So you're yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't know you were this much into the thingy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's quite interesting to actually find out.
Yeah, it's kind of cool to be big in like two communities as well.
Yeah, I can
Like
imagine
I blew up in Mario Maker, and then I came in and I like popped off of the 1v1 community as well.
Wait, so how big would you say is the Mario Maker community? On what can we compare it to?
Probably bigger than Pokemon Showdown, honestly.
Yeah, I suppose not Pokemon itself, but of course Showdown.
Yeah, I think I'd say like it's probably bigger than Showdown. There's like a bunch of different like facets to it though. Like there's just the entire community itself that just likes all kinds of levels, and then there's like specifically the troll community is probably a bit smaller. I don't think it's smaller than really like any specific tier.
Maybe OU. I know random battles is for some reason incredibly popular on Showdown.
Yeah, no. Random battle's definitely absurd. It's probably I think it may be smaller than OU as well.
Yeah, random battles.
But it's like around what you'd expect for any other tier, maybe
Yeah.
like something like
Double OU,
UU, Natex, like stuff like that. It's what you'd expect from those tiers, I think.
Maybe. Yeah, honestly, it'd probably be a single tier or something. Maybe VGC
Well,
on Showdown.
I still own a server for just all like the like really good troll level makers. All the guys who make really good troll levels in kind of my style.
Yeah.
There's a server for them and it has 100 people in it, and that's just the creators of these levels.
Yeah.
So then you can imagine that the people who actually receive and like watching all the
quite
content
more.
around them and stuff has to be a lot bigger
I mean,
as well.
the fact that it got 1.8 million views on a Mario Maker thing goes to show how many people are interested towards it. Maybe not diehard fans, but definitely interested people.
Mm-hmm. And like every single video Carl uploads gets like 300k like each time.
Yeah, I also saw one of your names pop in there.
Yep.
Right, so then I had two more topics. One is a bit more about you in real life, like what are you studying, those type of things. And also, do you play Pokemon in-game, like just the in-game thing, the cartridges, you know what I mean?
Okay. I'm gonna start with the me playing Pokemon.
Yeah.
I've not played a Pokemon game really.
Never in-game.
Okay. So I've played Pokemon Red on an emulator.
Mm-hmm.
And then I very recently did a Nuzlocke of Fire Red, but then I was also on an emulator. I epically lost my save file about halfway through, so I quit.
So wait, how did you get into Pokemon?
Some friends showed me Pokemon Showdown back in like grade 7 or 8.
Wait, Despacito, help me out here. What's grade 7 or 8? We use a different class system here.
It's like when you're like 14, 13?
14, 13.
That sounds right, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I that's how I first saw it. Like we would just play like anything goes, and my friends would load like 6 SDRCSs, you know.
Yeah.
That was just how I got into Pokemon. That was when I played Pokemon Red. Like I played Pokemon Red and I was learning how like a Pokemon game works, and I was into it. I basically read like every single article in Bulbapedia, so I like knew all the mechanics and everything and all like generations items. Like I just read everything there while learning about Pokemon Showdown.
Like are you on point on your Pokemon trivia? Like the obscure stuff also, or?
As far as the games goes, no, but as far as mechanics, yeah. Because I feel like I've read the Bulbapedia article for probably like at least half the moves, like for fun.
Yeah, I remember. I also had that phase as a kid. I think I was 12 when I found out there was everything on Bulbapedia and I started reading it all. So, but like, I wanted to ask, like, if so, what are your favorite games? But I suppose like,
no.
Must be Red. There's no other.
I have a story.
Oh, tell me.
So I work in this after school program for kids, and we had an event the one time where we were gonna do like basically kids can bring in Pokemon Sword or Shield, and we were just gonna do a tournament where the kids could play against each other.
That sounds pretty fun.
And my boss, he actually knew that I played competitive Pokemon. So he was like, okay, here. He knew I didn't have the game though. We talked before, like I didn't have the game, but one of his kids had the game and had finished it. Didn't play it anymore. This was like quite a bit after Sword Shield came out.
Yeah, like
He was like,
halfway.
okay, I'll give you the game. He gave me the game and told me I only had a week though. The tournament was in a week, so I had a week to get the game and like make a team that I could play against the kids with.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he thought that like a week was going to be a handicap. But this was in the summer, like I didn't have stuff to do. So I just spent the entire week grinding like a competitive team. Like I did a bunch of research on how to get like a Roost Corviknight. You have to like get a like level 31 Hoot so
Yeah,
it learns Roost,
there's
and then
always like
breed it.
bullshit there.
Like
Wait, so
I had to do all that, but I eventually just swept like all the kids with bulk up Roost Dynamax Corviknight.
where is that's so mean, poor kiddos. This guy really brings style in tournaments, but then in the friendlies against the little kids, this guy also brings stalls. Man, you're a danger. You're a threat. This guy really brings his Roost Corviknight everywhere.
Dude, I brought like a choice scarf that Manitan Galar edition too, in case you know,
What,
the Corviknight
man? You're so evil.
A secret the Corv, yeah.
This is so evil.
What are the dude? I thought it was gonna be harder. Honestly, I thought that they made me kill the Corv.
As soon as just the mere possibility, of course, it wouldn't actually happen.
One of the kids had been telling me. One of the kids had been telling me he'd been like grinding the whole week as well. He was like, "I'm gonna beat you. I've been preparing the whole week. You're not ready."
Oh,
and then
yeah.
like I kind of believed him, but then he could not defeat the Corviknight. Yeah.
Like, this is so foul. Just for in case the stall might fail, you're just bringing HO after. Like, nothing is safe. Oh, those poor kids. But wait, when you got
Evil.
that game, was there still a save file loaded on it?
Oh no! I started from the beginning.
Oh man, you really need to beat that whole game? I suppose it wasn't a very
I
long
played through
game.
the entire thing. So the first day was playing through the game and beating it. The second day was like basically finding like doing some research, finding the different stuff I wanted. Although I planned Corviknight from the very beginning.
Yep,
Oh, one sec, guys.
no problem.
Yeah.
No, he
Okay.
doesn't hear.
So I planned Corviknight from the very beginning.
Yep.
So I'd done research beforehand and I got the Hoot from like Route 1 and like
Mhm.
was leveling it up the whole time. But then everything else I just didn't really plan much competitively. I caught Darmanitan, I caught the Darumaka, that was it. And then
Yep.
like day 2 was like I needed to learn how the TMs work because like again I have not played a Pokemon game and they didn't have like they had TMs kind of.
Yeah,
in-
TRs and TMs. They changed it up.
But like yeah, like they didn't have like you didn't have to like buy them and shit. Like you would just kind of find them while walking around in those games in blue and red. So like the whole raid area was so different too. So I had to
Oh,
learn
yeah,
I had to
wild
learn how
area.
all this shit worked. That was the second day.
Mhm.
And then I think day 3 was just like leveling everything up to level 50.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Wait. So yeah, I was about to ask a good memory from like your favorite games, but I suppose you kind of answered that question already.
That's my memory, man.
Yeah.
That week.
So wait,
of
are your
grinding
favorite
that
games
team.
also like Gen 8?
That was Sword Shield, yeah. I think I was Pokemon Sword was the one I
Yeah,
had.
but would you say those are also like your favorite Pokemon games?
I mean, they're the only really like I'm comparing them to Blue, so I'm going
Yeah.
to say yeah.
Oh yeah, that's quite the difference. Gen 1, Gen 8.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
if you-
yeah, that was my favorite then, I guess, because it's the only one I beat as well. Because I never beat
Oh,
when I
yeah.
played Red or Blue on an emulator, I never beat it because my save file crashed.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
Fucking love emulators.
If you
Mhm.
ever, yeah, normally I would recommend buying the cartridge, but I think Gen 4 games, like specifically Hard Gold Soul Silver, are getting
I was playing it on like
pricey.
a browser emulator. I was
Yeah.
playing it on like a browser emulator too, so like you can like make an account to save your
Yeah,
progress, but they
That-
bug
that-
very easily. If I was gonna do it now, I would just I have emulators like proper emulators downloaded for playing like Mario World because I made some Mario World ROM hacks
Yep.
back in the Mario Maker phase. So I would just like get it. I would just find the ROM, play it on the actual emulator rather
Yep.
than like some stupid browser
So-
emulator
yeah.
that's gonna lose my save.
So
Yeah.
normally I always recommend like buy a cartridge because you get more out of that, but since Hard Gold Soul Silver prices are getting so expensive, on the other hand you have that Mario Maker bread though. Like we just heard about that big financial situation. Like, but no, I would recommend if you ever want to play an in-game thing again, check out. Despacito will disagree with me so much, but check out Hard Gold Soul Silver on the emulator because that's cheap.
Alright, they're alright.
That's interesting. I
No,
really only
no,
played the
they're
one
the
game
best.
because I wanted to make the competitive team. Like it was
Yeah.
just kind of a fun like competitive challenge. But I wouldn't play the games anymore. Really, I enjoy Pokemon competitively.
Yeah, but
And I
not-
don't really
not-
enjoy just the grinding aspect and catching them on. It's like there's not much in it for in the actual games for me.
Yeah, okay. So let's see. Then I'm just skipping all over the in-game stuff because there's not much to talk about. So, what's the study you're doing, or you maybe finished
computer
already?
science.
Computer science. I hear so many people like of my age also saying like I'm computer science, and to me, I've no clue what it is. It's like magic. To be fair, I don't know shit about tech because but I have this older brother, right, 7 years older, and he was really into tech and computers and that type of stuff. So every time I had a problem, I just said, "Okay, you fix it." So, like,
well, it's like I'm like the least like tech savvy computer science major you'll find. Like I enjoy like coding and game dev and that sort of thing, but as far as like how an actual computer works, I don't know.
Man, I think it's a year ago that I learned how to change my background on my PC. I was actually pretty impressed.
Okay, I'm not that bad. I'm not quite at that level.
It took me so long, and now if you ask me again how do you do it, I forgot already. So I need to like watch a YouTube tutorial on how to fix my background again. Oh man. I think honestly, my great aunt might, or my mother might still know more about tech than I do.
Yeah, give it the times.
Yeah, I shoot, but on the other hand, other people can always fix it, you know. So
yeah,
that's true. Anyway, so do you have like a job at the moment, or like maybe in a what do you call it?
So I'm still working at that. I'm still working at that after school program, and that's actually that program is teaching kids how to code.
Oh wait, so you also get paid for it, or?
Yeah, it's a job.
Oh, I thought it was like maybe like something to do out of the kindness of your heart.
No.
No,
Yeah,
are you crazy? Of course I'm getting paid to stall these kids out of my Corviknight. Do you think I'm doing this for free? The stall Corviknight isn't free.
Exactly. No, I literally did get paid for that event, yeah.
Oh man, you're so evil. You bring the stall Corviknight and get paid for being like that. Right, so that's like the after school program. It sounds pretty cool though. So how old are those guys?
I gotta go soon, by the way, guys.
Oh yeah. Right, in that case, I'll finish up.
Final questions then?
Yeah, the one last question we always need to ask: who should we interview next?
Oh, so it's gotta be someone from 2v2, right?
Yeah, honestly, yeah, kinda.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Because you guys ended up asking some other questions too. I was just clarifying, but I don't know who I know. Like I gave you guys Chris as like the player that like I think is really good. That's like also like the only name I remember realistically.
Morgan. No, I'm joking.
No, you guys more. You guys should interview IBM. I think.
Oh yeah, I'm sure to be.
I think I'll cut this out of the video. It's so cool that you said we should interview Chris. Very nice suggestion. So Chris, we'll get it going. Anyway, huge thanks for your time. Since this,
no problem.
Yeah.
like this is like 1.5 hours. It's a crazy amount.
How long were the previous ones?
25 minutes. No, but listen. We went off track every time, but that's I think it's a good sign because we had stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Like no, like this is not mean to everyone because they were new, of course, and there wasn't as much to talk about. But like, I mean, it was just a question list we were working through, and this was an actual story.
Yeah.
But, again, thanks a lot for all the time you took out of your day to do this with us.
No problem. It was fun.
Yeah, I hope it was, and then maybe we'll see each other next time or another time.
Next tournament.
Of course. Alright, well, thanks again, and see ya.
No problem. See ya.
Yeah, thanks.
Alright, well, that was that.
That was pretty good.
This audio